Yo. We're gonna start in like a couple of minutes. There's actually not that much bloom though. So let's actually start doing some animation. So you might have noticed though that this spider is already in the game. I didn't want to wait like 4 weeks to actually start animating this character, so I did it in my own time. But we'll just do it again because I don't really like it. It's a little bit iffy, the animation. Mostly because the rig wasn't that good at the time, so I changed it a little bit. It's now a little bit better and it works a little bit better as well, so I can do a little bit more stuff. The rigging is actually fairly simple. Just really straightforward IK. Like a character, but in fact instead of like 2 arms, it now has like 10 arms. That's the only big difference. Of course, everything can move if you want to. Wave to the camera. Pull vector controls for everything. So we can twist the legs if you want to make it dance or anything. So yeah, if you want, we can actually do anything with it. So I was thinking, let's do a run cycle and an attack cycle. I mean, a walk cycle is something that's really common. You can find it pretty much everywhere on the internet if you want to. And the run cycle is almost the same, just a little bit faster. So we're gonna do the run cycle and the attack cycle, and if you have time left, we can do anything else if you want to. And the first step is just to find out the pacing of the animation that we want to do. So I'm gonna go for 20 frames at first, and maybe then I'll just scale down to like 10, probably 10. The last one was also 10, so I'll just make sure that my playback speed is set to 24 FPS, so we can actually see it real time instead of slowed down or fastened up. And then we can actually start animating. Its spider walk cycle, run cycle, is a little bit weird because of the 8 legs. So we have to be a little bit more careful about the positioning of the legs, feet, I suppose. But it's pretty simple. So we start with one leg towards the back and one leg in front, like this, like every other walk cycle and cycle. I'm just gonna add a keyframe at the start and the end so we can go in between. And then let's see, this one is here, so I'm gonna copy paste the values. A little bit easier. And then this one should be like this. So, and I'm just checking the actual animation speed, because it doesn't feel like it's actually running yet, but we'll get to that later on. First, let's do all the other legs. So the legs operate in opposite direction. So if this one is forward, then this one should be back, and then this one should be forward, and then this one should be towards the back. So for this one, it gets a little bit weird. So this one should be then here-ish, and this one should be a little bit forward. So I'm going to add keyframes again. This one should be here, so we get this counteractive animation. So same thing for this one. So I'm going to move it probably here-ish, and then move it back. And this one should be, I think, like here. This one should be here. So you get this countering leg animation. It's really weird, but according to the internet, this is how spiders walk, so I'm gonna assume that it's actually correct. So that this one should be forward. I'm gonna grab it. This one should be here. And what like here is the opposite of the other leg again, so actually it makes perfect sense. So then this one should be, I think, got like back here, and this one should be forward. Then this one should be forward, and this one should be back. That's a bit slow, but you get the idea. It's actually walking ever so slightly. Of course, we don't actually raise the feet yet, so let's do that now. So this one should be fine, and this one should be up. So halfway between, I'm gonna go up. Make sure that it's set to 0. Yep. And this one should be here. Oh, this is doing weird stuff. And this one should be up. And this one here. And I'm not being like precise or anything, I just do whatever looks okay. So I don't really care about the actual values yet. Oh, this is pretty good. Okay, let's go other side. Check. Spider's not that difficult to animate, to be honest. Oh crap, yeah. Okay. It's walking. There are some skinning issues here, but just ignore them for now, huh? So the most difficult thing about it, in my opinion, though, is the actual torso itself. So this one, because you don't want to go overboard, you don't want to make it too weird. So since the pelvis should never go up or down, because the feet are always on the ground at some point. But just for the motion's sake, I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'm gonna probably go really subtle animation, so it still feels like it's moving up and down. Oh, there's some weird curvature stuff going on here. Oh, oops. I should probably copy the last frame. This is already too much. I kind of want to be to be subtle, so like to let's go like 0.202. That's a bit better. You kind of want to go for like subtle animation, or like over top in your face. Let's do stuff. So okay, I kind of want to feed the hands though to drag over the ground. So let's move it down and break the arms in the process. Okay. I kind of want to be on the ground, so I'm going to add a plane here so I can see where the ground actually is. A little easier. So it could be lower. What is the for what setting option? I've never heard of it. What's it actually do? This looks pretty okay. Okay, there's one hand unbroken. To the other hand then. No. Okay, let's do the same for the feet. One should also be on the ground. Yeah, this is pretty okay. It's a good start. As you see, there are some skinning issues, so just don't look at them. Okay, this is more a walk cycle than an actual run cycle, so we're gonna scale down everything to like 10 frames. So a simple way of doing it is just grabbing the curve editor here, just grabbing all the keyframes, or all the controls in this case. First get the actual pacing right before I start doing anything else. So this is the, you can of course scale it down by using this tool over here. I think with this one, or this one, no those, yeah this one. Downside is though that it can add frames in between, so it can have like a frame at like 9.8. It's not something I really want. So, but so you can see here, like this keyframe here is at like 7 point something keyframe, so it's really, you get really weird animations. So ideally though, I just do it manually. It's a little bit more time consuming, but it will look much better. So it's just going between. So this should probably be at like 3 probably. So I can set it on, so I can only move it diagonally, horizontally. Just start moving all the. So I guess this to work at some point would be nice. It's so annoying. Okay, so like 3. This should be then 5 all of them. This should be 8. 8, and this should be 10. There you go. So I get much faster animation, but I still need to do this part over here. Then I can actually start trimming down the entire timeline. So this one, 3, 5. 10. Oh, come on. Come on. So for this one, 5 and 10. Okay. 10. So this is also the reason why I wanted to keep the pelvis really subtle, because then you get this really annoying jittery effect. It's too fast though. We like 12 frames. Let's try 10. Let's try 12 frames. Okay. So same thing here. Let's grab this bunch to 12. Let's try that. So this should be 9. This should be 6, and this should be 4, 3, 3. Yeah. Let's try 12. It's a little bit slower, and I actually like it a little bit better. Let's do the same thing for this one. 12. 6. Yeah, this looks a little bit better. Not that fast, and still feels aggressive almost. Maybe though, I could maybe even make this a little bit more subtle though, but it just feels really stiff. Okay, let's do a little side action, like a little bit on the x-axis. Maybe here like minus 0.1. Yeah, that feels pretty good. That works pretty okay. It's subtle but visible. It's perfect. Okay. Let's grab the clavicles a little bit higher. A little lower. Ooh, that's nasty. No. We'll live. Let's see if we can do some subtle head motion. So here maybe like 2 maybe. And here say -2 and 2. Again, I want to keep it subtle. Don't want to go over the top. This is okay. Maybe let's go for 1. That's a little bit better. Maybe also do it like a small head bob. Like, let's say -1. That is weird though. I'm not quite sure about this though, but oh, back view. Good work, good work. Maybe if we do like this. Oh god, no. Oh no, no, no. It's way too much. Yeah, that works. Maybe let's go a little bit more extreme. Let's rotate the entire torso and then maybe go up here and then down here. That looks so weird. Let's not do that. I mean, because of the speed of the animation, we can't do that much without it looking really creepy or really weird. Maybe though we can do something with the feet because that looks really boring. So maybe like move it a little bit back, maybe like this. So we have some animation here. So let's here, maybe let's move this one frame later. Come on. No, this actually I don't mind that. I kind of like the feet, like what they're doing right now. Could maybe even make it more subtle, but don't want to go too subtle. Okay. So let's fix some basic animation stuff. So like for example, the feet when they move back, they should be linear on the z-axis. So this one here should be linear. So linear, same for this one. Also linear. So they move like they should move. Same for this one. This one. They are the same. Yeah. So on this part over here, z-axis again, they should be linear. So break tangents. Nope. No. Okay. Simply, it's boring as fuck to do, but you know, you have to do something, right? I think this is. So the feet actually, well, feet, legs, thingies, but I don't know what to call. Spider legs, they actually move like they should move. So let's do the rest as well. So these two should be here. There you go. And then the other one. Should be these two and a break. Oh crap. Yeah. And the good thing though is that we can still make it faster if you want to in Unity or Unreal, whatever. We can still make it go faster, the animation, or slower. But slower a little bit, it's a bit of a gamble because then it will think of the actual frames in between, and that might get really weird. So let's fix the hands a little bit better. They should actually are on the ground. Ish. But then be perfect though. Okay. Oh, ooh. Okay. Or does anyone else have any suggestions about the animation, about the run cycle? But I like it so far. It looks pretty good. Oh, some weird twitching here. Should probably fix that. Okay. Blue and orange. Well, I've done it here, so there's no blue and orange in this entire level to compensate for that. Oh, that's pretty good. So let's just move on to the attack animation, which is a little bit more complicated in my opinion. I mean, this is pretty basic animation, not that difficult to do. Okay, so let's go from 20 to 50. So one word of advice is just add a keyframe anywhere between, like, I'm going to start at like 30. So from 30 to 50 will be my attack animation. So somewhere in between 12 and 30 in this case, add a keyframe, and again add one on 30 as well. For the start pose, I'm going to grab all the feet here. Hang on, 20, I'm going to add a keyframe. Same thing here, so if you fuck up, which will probably happen at some point, you can still fix it. So let's reset all the legs. Same for this one. And the pelvis, let's do the same thing here. So on 20 again. And 30. Yes. So, okay, so 30 to 50 will be our attack animation. It's a little bit more difficult. Since this is a melee character, right? You kind of want to do it fast, but you also want to be able, the player to be able to anticipate the action. So you want to have it like in a combat stance almost. I'm gonna do it really dirty and quick, like spiders actually do. So I'm gonna raise the legs here. Raise it forward so they look threatening. And then somewhere here I wanted to loop, so I should go back, and then in this case here, like 45, you wanted to actually attack the player. Just some keyframe issues, but that's fine. Oh. So before this, something interesting should happen. Let's see, so I want these ones. Let's let them attack real fast, so like 42 should be still the stance and then attack. But you also want the player to be able to anticipate it, so I'm gonna only attack here. 45, I want to make it forward. Shifting entire character forward. Place it here. Zero. This is good. Maybe let's have the pelvis go back first, like lower and then attack. That looks pretty good. It should be 0. There we go. Oh, maybe a little low here as well. Maybe let's rotate it forward. Just look like he's dancing right now, but that's fine. Actually, I don't like the attack here, so let's move it a little bit here. Make a little more subtle, maybe. Really over the top. A little bit higher. And here should be lower. It's better. Okay, so it's just mostly looking like post by post to see what's actually happening. You just a little higher here, a little more forward. Same here. That's better. Let's do step preview. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. More like these ones, a little forward, and then these of course will move later on. Because this should end up like, I'm gonna keyframe it right now. This should be like here-ish. This should be forward, so that actually supports the entire weight. That's better. Still weird right now, but it's fine. Might need to do this one as well, a little bit more forward, or at least let's do one leg a little bit more forward, like one of them. No, it's like here. And one a little bit more to the back, so it's also not symmetrical. It's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty cool. This looks weird though, for some reason. Let's move a little bit later. No, that's really weird. That's really weird. Okay. No, let's not do this entirely, actually. That looks really weird. Okay. Let's first do this one. Let's actually raise it, so once here should be higher. Here should be back to 0. What if we stall it going back a little bit longer? So let's copy it like 2 frames maybe. So it stays behind a little bit longer for the actual character and then move back. That's better. That's much better. Same thing here, let's stall it. Let's do 47. That is pretty good actually. I just don't like this part over here. That looks really weird. Should be, I don't know. I'm gonna push it in. The anticipation is a little bit off. It looks weird. This is fine, but then it's like, maybe we should do it like higher. That looks a little better. We can even do it like, let's also stall it like maybe 2 frames as well. Yeah, that's even better. Well, Aaron is actually really simple. It was the level design course that we have. It was done in Hammer, as you probably know, and Hammer is multiplayer deathmatch, capture flag. I'm like, how many people in the study will actually do or will actually make a multiplayer map? I'm like, think like, yeah, probably not that many, like maybe 1 or 1,000. So wouldn't it be cool if they could do it like a single player type of game, RPG type of game where you can add dialogue and design the entire levels themselves. So that's what I've been doing for the last year and a half from scratch, which is not, it's fun though, it's actually really fun. It's just a shit ton of work, as you can probably imagine, but it's actually really fun to do. So let's grab the legs, keyframe, let's push it in. Too much. That's better. Ouch. Let's do 44. You kind of want to avoid that the legs are like completely stretched out, because that never happens. I like it though, this feels pretty aggressive. Don't know what we're gonna do with the hands yet though, but they'll be fine. Maybe let's move this leg as well a little bit forward. So like here maybe, and then here, and then push it here and here. See what this looks like. It's pretty okay, then it should stick. Yeah, that's pretty good. So it's not like 2 legs are actually moving up and down, like more of them. I like it. Also makes everything a little bit more interesting to look at, because there's more happening. So okay, let's try the Let's fix the arms. Not sure what to do with the arms though yet. Besides that, this looks really fucking painful. Let's do it like this. Or should it be like this? Oh, this would be cool. Let's rotate. Oh, that's pretty good. That works. And you should be like, not that one. Here. That looks pretty good. Something weird happened, you know? Oh, that's fine. Felt a bit choppy, but that's fine. Let's do this. That's better. Let's do the same thing here for the other hand. Yeah, that's pretty good. This is weird though. This is the rotation movement of the arm is really weird. Really off-putting. Let's see if we can fix that. Let's delete all the keyframes. Problem solved. There we go. Pretty good. Let's do the neck as well. So maybe this should be lower for the anticipation. And here it goes. A fall through animation. It should be higher. Then here should be lower again. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That actually works really cool. I'm surprised with that actually. I'm really surprised how that turns out really good. As Bob Ross would say, this is a happy accident. Let's do the clavicles. Should be like here. I should really fix that web painting though. Holy crap, that's disgusting. That is really painful. Ah. Could be worse. Can always be worse. Okay. I like that. That looks pretty good. Maybe let's make him breathe as well before we actually start attacking someone. Let's take a deep breath. And then exhale. It's like really minor stuff though, but it'll probably work out pretty good. I should really fix that wave painting though. Just the legs look really weird though still. That's fine. Move it forward. There we go. The only thing I don't like is the actual hands. They look really stiff for this entire animation. So I kind of want to do something with it, but I'm not quite sure what. It's like really boring. Yo, Lars. How's life, Lars? Okay, let's have a look at some curves. So, the translate Y, I'm gonna fix this one first. I'm gonna make it feel really powerful, so I'm gonna break this tangent here and grab these and push them up. So it gets really nice curve where it attacks with ferocious strength. Much better. Told you so. Maybe same thing for the pelvis. So let's move it, do the same thing here. So I get a little bit stronger of an impact when he hits the ground. Come on, I can like select it on the ground. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. I like it, that looks pretty good. Not done yet, but for first pass, you know, this is pretty good. Maybe we can, really cool actually. Grab this one and let's make it go a little bit later. So like one frame. Just want to, because right now it's perfectly symmetrical, the animation. I really don't like that though, so I'm gonna make it a little bit, one leg's a little bit later, for example. So this one starts here. Small difference. Maybe this one also goes back a little bit faster. It's like small differences that will break up the symmetry. Same for the legs as well here, this one. Let's move it so it's probably set. One frame later. Earlier, sorry. You break up the symmetry, the animation. And the same for the feet as well. Because they are perfectly matched right now, so I'm gonna just move one frame earlier. Again, it's subtle, as you can see it. At least I can, so. See, it's now a little bit different. Small difference in timing. It's probably 1/2 anyway. Still those fucking hands. What am I gonna do with the hands? Let's try something. So here, let's move it forward. I don't know. Let's key everything. Move forward. And that looks weird as well. Or maybe you can move it up. Let's not do that either. But if you move it this way, I don't know. Nope. Maybe move it in. That could work, I suppose. Still really weird though. Let's close his mouth for now as well when he's doing the actual attack. So it should be open here. Then here should be closed-ish. Then open again. Let's close it here as well. We could delete this one. There we go. Again, it's like subtle stuff, but that really makes a difference. No, this is pretty good actually. I like this. I like this. Okay, maybe we could also do something dislike because it's not doing anything, so let's make it jitter a little bit. It's always fun. I have no idea, to be honest, what it actually is. I think I'm gonna say a spider inside a dead human. Because that just sounds fucking awesome, so. It's really solid though, but it works. Ooh, what if though we grab this one here, put it to the side, then we attack and go back. Oh, hi. This is, I don't know. Do we like it? I kinda do though. Oh. Yes. That's always the best answer there is. Yes. Let's curve the spine a little bit. Like here. Make it a little bit later. Nope. Yeah, it's almost like he's headbanging or something. I don't know. Maybe the rotation is too much. Could also be the case. A little bit less. Yeah, a little bit more subtle. That's better though. A little bit more subtle. That works really well. Okay. Yeah, the flopping arms. What do you mean by flopping arms? Like flopping arms? Or I don't know. It's really difficult to think of something with the arms. Maybe move back here. It's like a follow-through animation. I don't know. Really difficult getting this hands to feel right. Although this could actually work. Oh, what if we raise it as well and then rotate the hand like this? Maybe more. Still weird though. It's a little better dog was down there actually doing something. Super difficult. I'm just gonna try something. I don't know yet. Yeah, exactly. It's like it pushes it off, but when you push off, you don't wanna raise your hands as well, because then you don't really have something. I don't know. And you could think that should be like here. Or the opposite direction, yeah, like this. That feels, I don't know. That feels really weak. Well, me too. I'm also a big fan of build up. In a game, you don't want to wait like 2 seconds for the actual animation or the attack to start, right? So that's the whole problem with it. Maybe just a little bit more subtle. I don't know. Yeah. One should be here, and then this should be back again. It's really fast, huh? Who was he? Oh, let's see who was. Come on. Oh. Wrong button. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, for also something like a boss fight, you expect a little bit more build up, so you can actually anticipate. Yeah, random play blast. Wrong button. No, but this is subtle, but could work. A little bit later. Oh. Come on. Missed. Now he's dancing on his own. I'm enjoying it. I'm not sure that I'll figure it out at some point. So we right now have, oh crap, this animation, right? The actual running animation. It's subtle, but it works. And then we have the actual attack animation. So I'll show you what I had. A little bit easier as well. So this is the attack animation. I like it though. I actually really like the attack animation. I'll show you what I had. So same thing here. 10. Oh, come on. The running animation, right? And then it was, I have no idea. It was, nope, Then we had walking animation. I don't know how long. 18. So this was the walking animation. It's the same thing as the run animation, but slower. Then we had idle, which is really long, like 100 frames to I think 500. And that's what short. I think it was 500. Let's find out. Nope. I think it's 500. That doesn't really matter though, but just hit play and see what I had. The idle animation are really difficult. I always find those to be the most difficult. How do you make a character entertaining for like 10 seconds? It's gonna twitch, but just don't ignore it. I always find those to be the most difficult. Then we had the combat idle. So when the character is in combat, you also want to have a separate idle animation. And then 700. So 730 if I'm not mistaken. This was the other idle. This was the other attack animation. You can see his hands flail and flop. Not quite sure yet though, but I spent like a whole day on this animation, so it's the same thing, but the arms are really floppy. I'm not sure yet about the arms though. It looks good. And then lastly, I think we have it's the death animation. And finally, we have to add the death animation. Again, though, I spent like 2 days on this, so we can't really compare it, but yeah. Oh, that looks so nasty. Holy crap. That's awful. It's the downside of having spider legs, you get so many arms. It's really confusing. I'll just fix this later on. Okay. Yeah. You get the idea, right? Yeah, I might like the arms a little bit more as well. I'm not quite sure yet. Let's play it again. Let's turn these ones off. There we go. Maybe if I have those, in this case, this animation here, when they stick a little bit longer. Like this should be like here. Oh god, no. Like here. No. They actually look better. Yeah. I'll see if I can add them. Anyway, I'm gonna call it quit. I'll probably stream again in like a couple of weeks, probably in 2 weeks ish, something like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you have questions, just ask me right now. And if not, hopefully I'll see you again in like a couple of weeks. Yeah. So, ciao.